Digimon World 1 References in the TCG, Part 1. Your journey begins in File City, where you are invited by Digimon to his house, which will serve as your base of operation. Here you will find Tokomon, ready to give you a handful of items to get you started. This card shows some medicine, some recovery floppies, and some bandages. As you get further into the game, the house will be upgraded. Here you see Angemon with the upgraded walls of the house as the backdrop. The rest of File City will also be upgraded over time. Here you can see Tsunomon, Bakemon, and Betamon just walking around the main plaza, in front of the restaurant and central fountain. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG, Part 2. The back of Digimon's house features a farm tended by Tanemon, who gives you 3 pieces of meat per day. After finding Palmon, she upgrades the meat farm to produce giant meat instead. The final upgrade comes when you recruit Vegemon. Here you can see him with some sirloin and a basket full of hawk radishes and super carrots. Later during the game, the front of Digimon's house will be the site of an ambush from a Greymon, as you can see in this card. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG, Part 3. The main plaza in File City has 4 buildings. This card shows the inside of the restaurant, with both Meramon and Vademon cooking back to back. Another building features the room for curling. Here you can play against Penguinmon and sometimes the Metal Mamemon behind him. The shop houses many shopkeepers. In this card, you can see Patamon, Ninjamon, Biomon, Mamemon, Numemon, and Devimon. The final building has Centauromon's clinic, where he uses high-tech machinery to heal. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG, Part 4. The forest surrounding File City is where you will encounter your early fights. The first of which is this Agumon, who challenges you in the area featuring the digital sign on the floor. Other fights include this Kunemon, once you have given him a mushroom to eat. Or this Palmon that's pretending to be one of the flowers around her. Later in the game, you can investigate this tree with a hole in the front and be met with a fight against Etamon. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG, Part 5. Native Forest has many bodies of water nearby, one of which is the river that require you to jump on these Sealamon to cross. You can see a hint of the other landmass in the background of this card. There you will find Tropical Jungle, where Muchomon hang out. If you cross Dragon Eye Lake instead, you will find your way to Beetle Land. Here you can find gyms with floors featuring tree rings. Kabuterimon use this place to work out. Beetle Land also hosts the Insectoid Cup, a tournament where only insect Digimon can participate. This card features the arena, complete with vertical girders on the side. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG, Part 6. In the first area of Gear Savannah, you will encounter an injured Unimon, which you have to help by giving it a healing item. Nearby, you can see weird bubbly plants, as well as strange markings on the floor, evidence left behind by the presence of this Vademon. Further into the plains, you will have to chase this Biomon around before you can recruit her to the city. Meanwhile, a Patamon is also being chased, this time by Goblinmon. Luckily, Leomon is there to jump in and save the day. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG, Part 7. In Trash Mountain, you will find Sukamon. This card features one holding the fishing rod, which you can also find in this location. Behind him is a sign for potential NP training. In this area, you can also find King Sukamon. This card showcases his ability to turn your Sukamon back into its previous form. Nearby Trash Mountain, you will find Gecko Swamp, where this Otamamon relentlessly taunts you in front of the toilet. After engaging in combat, you are ambushed by Geckomon, who take you to Volume Villa. Here you see some of them hanging the purple drapes around the entrance. Inside the villa is a Shogun Geckomon, sitting on a cushion on top of a stage with giant speakers flanking each side. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG, Part 8. The front arch of Overdale Cemetery is guarded by Dark Lizardmon. you have to get past 2 of them to get in. Inside, you will find dead trees plugged into the floor, along with Tsukaimon patrolling the paving towards the mansion. At night, they are replaced by Soulmon. Here, you can see them as well as the front of Greylord's mansion. The basement of the mansion features fleshy experiments growing all over the walls, as well as Myotismon's ultimate creation, the Skull Greymon. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG Part 9. The Great Canyon has very rocky terrain and all kinds of Digimon around. In one area, you can find 3 peculiar Goblimon endlessly running in a circle for seemingly no reason. Someone with a reason to be there is this Monochromon. Here, you can see it behind the counter within his shop. His customers include this Weedmon, who currently is not happy with the pricing on this piece of meat. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG Part 10. Ogremon and his bandits are a recurring villain in the Digimon world. Here you can see him and his Agumon lackeys outside the walls of Ogre Fortress. When you repel them from their base, they hire this Warusidramon to displace this poor Waymon. The Ogremon and his Gabumon lackeys then move in and keep Warusidramon in the aquarium as their bodyguard for when you attack. Beating them here forces Ogremon to use the green submarine behind him to escape again. When you beat the game, the Ogre Fortress becomes one of the locations for the back dimension, where you can have a rematch with the final boss. Here you can see Machinedramon with the Ogre Fortress banner behind him. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG Part 11. It seems even these Snow Agumon need warmth, as parts of Friesland have these cast iron heaters dotted around. In a cave, you can challenge Penguinmon to a game of curling to recruit him. Every time you fail, you have to top up his bucket of fish to retry the challenge. There is also opportunity for trade. In this card, you can see Mojimon trading a medium recovery disc for a super defense disc. Another part of Friesland has the Ice Sanctuary. Here you can see Angemon hopping off the altar once you have completely explored the building. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG Part 12. The streets of Factorial Town are paved with metal sheets and grates. It's a wonder how the Cherrymon don't ooze through to the bottom. On regular patrol are Guardromon, blocking your path until they change shifts. In one of the buildings, you will find Andromon, tending to the computers within. In another building, you can find a malfunctioning Gyromon breaking machinery. Here, you can even see the remnants of his finisher that almost always seem to miss. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG Part 13. Toy Town has many curiosities, the first of which is this toy bear costume just sitting eerily on this green lounge chair. If you bring a Numemon into this room with checkered floors and plushy dice, it can slime its way in through the back of the costume. With Monzaemon, you can then enter the Lego Brick Funhouse, where toy Agumon stand in your way. Not only that, you also have to contend with the door puzzles. Choosing the wrong door will lead to a metal basin dropping from the ceiling and causing damage to your Digimon. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG Part 14. The iconic circuitry on the walls and floors of Mount Infinity can be seen in the background of this Gururumon card. This place has ultimate level Digimon just walking around like normal encounters, such as this blue Meramon. In some versions of the game, you can also find Tekumon in Mount Infinity. You can also find an optional boss encounter here. Challenge Megadramon if you are feeling up to the task. Subscribe for more. Digimon World References in the TCG Part 15. In the penultimate room of Mount Infinity, you will find Metal Greymon guarding the main antagonist of the game, Analog Man. Armed with his laptop, he summons a Machinedramon to serve as the final boss fight. After beating his Digimon, he attempts to run away, ends up trapping himself in a screen instead, leading to the end of the game and you return to the real world. But that's short-lived, as the post-credit scene shows Mamemon hopping out of the Digivice while you play in the park to invite you back to to the Digimon world. Subscribe for more.